Good morning, children. Today here we have assembled to discuss a very interesting story by one of the most celebrated Indian novelists, R.K. Narayan. Most of his stories are set in the fictional town of Malgudi in the southern part of India. His other noted works are Malgudi Days, Swami and Friends. You must have heard about it. So now we will start a very interesting lessons about a tiger who escaped from a circus and went into the streets. Children, can you imagine one day morning you just walk out of your house to come to school and suddenly who greets you in the middle of the street? A big tiger. Can you imagine what can happen at that time? So now we will be discussing, or rather we will be reading or hearing about such a story by R.K. Narayan. This story is an excerpt from Narayan's novel with the same name, A Tiger for Malgudi, which was written in 1983. It's an autobiographical novel. You know what's an autobiography? When the narrator is telling his own tale. So here the tiger is the chief narrator or the protagonist of the story. The tiger, as I said, is the protagonist or the chief character of the story. We have two other major characters as well. Somebody on whom the tiger depends totally. He is captain, tiger's trainer, and also he is the proprietor of the circus. And then somebody else who comes in and changes his life totally. He is Madan, the film owner. He owns a film company and he is also a producer. Now, let us get into the story. Now, before we get into the story which is there in your book, we need to know something which happened a little before. From where did the tiger come? Why are we reading about a tiger? Now, the tiger was captured by captain. Mind you, the tiger was free in his own natural habitat. Okay? He was captured by captain, who is the proprietor of a circus, who also trains the tiger to perform various types of tricks. Gradually, the tiger becomes the main attraction of the circus, and everyone comes to see the circus just because of the tiger. Captain, though a very hard taskmaster, is also concerned about the needs and also the comfort of the tiger. In a word, he is a very understanding master. Okay? The beast has a deep regard for his captain and also follows his instructions meticulously. He has a good understanding with his master. And gradually what happens? He wins his master's admiration. But soon the happy days are over. And why? It's when Madan enters the scene. Madan, as I told you, the owner of a film company. When Madan comes in, he plans to make a film on the tiger. And he offers captain a huge sum of money. Captain, overpowered by the greed for money, readily agrees to lend the tiger. The day after day, the tiger is forced to perform acts, much against his wishes. He is shocked to see captain's transformation. From an understanding trainer to a ruthless commander, he had a very good understanding. This is the same captain who had brought him from Memphis in South India, the forests of Memphis, and he had provided him food, shelter, he had taken good care of him. But now what happens? When the film company offers him such a huge amount of money, captain cannot overcome this greed and he is completely changed. The tiger is shocked to see his captain taking orders blindly from somebody else. He cannot accept this absolutely. What happens to him now? The same person who used to understand him, care for him, is now yelling at him, hitting him and even making him starve. when he fails to do whatever he is asked for. The tiger is completely disappointed to see Captain blindly taking orders from Madan and misbehaving with him. One day, they use a lamb as a bait. Now, why do they do that? Madan requires to shoot a particular scene where the tiger needs to stand up on his hind legs, and for this he has to make the tiger stretch his body upwards. So what do? They use a lamb as a bait. They hang a lamb in front of the tiger. The tiger thinks that if he can perform well, that lamb will be given to him as a prize. Poor tiger. What did he do? He started stretching his body upwards in a hope to reach the lamb. But at the same time, what happens? The more he stretches up, the lamb is pulled higher and higher up. And what happens? Finally, when the tiger stretches his body fully, poor thing, he falls down and he hurts himself. Now he understands that the lamb is not a prize for him. It is just merely a bait which is being used to make him perform the act. This monotonous act goes on day after day, and the tiger becomes absolutely hopeless. He is frustrated. He knows that the lamb will never be given to him. And finally, one day what happens? He completely refuses to come out of his cage, no matter what happens. Captain is very angry because he has already taken money from Madan. Now he has to make the tiger do his work. But the tiger just simply refuses to listen to him. This goes on for some days, and then what happens? The captain is also frustrated now. He also has to make the tiger work because Madan has given him money for that. Then what happens? They bring a new device, a unique device which the tiger has never seen before. All these days he was yelled at by the captain. The captain has also used a whip on him. But this was a novel device. The tiger has never seen this before. What is it? It's like a vicious tongue, a metallic tongue. When he refused to come out, captain used that device. He used that electronic whip on him, and the poor tiger, he was roaring in pain. He could not imagine, he couldn't even think that this kind of a device could be used on him by his own captain. He was absolutely traumatized. He was angry. He wanted to protest, but he was helpless. He was writhing in pain, poor tiger. Now, this continued for days, this threatening, this kind of an act. But the next time when captain approached him again with the device, now the tiger had made up his mind that he has to make them understand that he will not succumb under any kind of pressure. What does he do? The tiger tries to warn captain in his own way. That captain, he tells a lot of things in his mind, that captain, you and I in the circus is something else. You give me your commands, I follow them. But then you understand my moods. You provide me food, you provide me rest. But what is this? You are blindly following the orders given to you by somebody else, and you are forcing me. This is not done. You are using an electronic whip on me which is giving me a lot of pain, and I will not listen to this. If you do this again, now I will revolt. He tries to convey this message to captain, but captain, he is mad. His greed has made him mad. Now he only understands money and nothing else. So what does he do? He forgets the line. There is a warning line, when you are approaching a wild animal in a circus, there is a line drawn over there. You cannot cross beyond that line. You cannot go beyond that line. That is marked over there. But captain is so mad about his money, about his greed, that he forgets everything and he crosses that line. The moment he goes to the tiger, what does the tiger do? He was very angry, I told you. He just wanted to refuse the touch of that metallic tongue. And when he saw captain is taking that thing out of his pocket, he just puts up his paw and gives a blow to the captain. Now what happens next? The captain falls immediately and he is dead. Poor captain is dead. The tiger is shocked. He imagines, he just thinks that my goodness, all these days I was listening to this puny creature. He doesn't even have any power. He had made us believe that he has so much of power. We listened to all his commands and look at him. I just wanted to scare him by a mere blow, and that blow has taken away his life. He is such a weakling. I never thought of it. Now the tiger wants to taste his newly gained freedom. What does he do? He breaks out of the circus. Everyone runs helter-skelter, all the instruments topple down. They are scared that there is a tiger roaming freely around them. But the tiger now, he wants only to enjoy his freedom. He moves into the streets of Malgudi. And what happens there? You can well imagine, as I told you before, you are walking down the streets and suddenly if you are greeted by a tiger, then what will be your reaction? You can understand very well. The same thing happened in the streets of Malgudi. There was a lot of terror, a lot of confusion. People who were out to the marketplace, they ran away. The children who were going to school, they were jumping they were scared, tiger, tiger, they kept on shouting and they ran helter and skelter. The people who were taking their tiffin, the tiffin eaters in a place, they had gathered to eat their food. They couldn't eat, they were absolutely petrified. So the tiger just created a lot of confusion in the streets of Malgudi. But actually in his mind, he wanted to convey that I don't mean any harm, you poor folks. You carry on with your life. I just want some rest. I'm really tired and I'm in pain. I'm a poor old tiger who had been in captivity and now I'm enjoying my newly found freedom. Gradually he moves on. He just crosses the different areas in Malgudi and he reaches the school. He sees the school gates are wide open and he walks inside. He looks here and there and sees a staircase in front of him. He climbs up the staircase and where does it lead him to? Into the headmaster's room. The headmaster's room was quite cool and comfortable and he felt like sleeping. He couldn't keep his eyes open, poor tiger. He was tired, he was bored, he just wanted some rest. So he just walked into the headmaster's room and he just lied down over there. He just wanted to take some rest. Then he could understand that he could no longer keep his eyes open. Outside people were murmuring. The headmaster at the sight of the tiger had jumped up on the table and onto the loft. But then the tiger, he just fell asleep over there. Little did he care for what would happen to him. Now here, at this point, the story comes to an end. This is all you will read in your book. Now dear children, if you want to know what has happened to the tiger after this, as I told you, this is merely an excerpt from the story. What you need to do? You have to read the actual book by R.K. Narayan, A Tiger for Malgudi, and then you will get to know what happens to the tiger after this. Thank you children. Hope you have understood the story and also enjoyed it.